Hey everyone, what's going on? This is Background Noise episode 193, and we have a bunch of cool people on here.
We're terrible.
Yeah, no, so we actually had a meeting with... We brought everyone who's ever been on an episode of Background Noise together, and we decided that there was a strict moral code you had to have, and only the best of the best could stick around. And this is what we have left.
Actually, I'm starting to question this now. Why don't we have Cardboard cut up?
He's here.
I see.
No,
I
he's
see.
literally
I don't
he's
see
literally
it.
standing next to me. Yeah, he's here. So the four of us are going to do the show tonight, and we're going to have a good time. You know, this is episode 193. A lot of episodes in, and we got a cool thing going. So I decided to gather 20 different topics tonight, and all three of us have D20s with us. So we're going to roll for topics tonight. And I'm not going to pick topics. They're not going to be in specific order. I'm just going to kind of roll, and whatever it is. Oh, that wasn't bad. So I just, rolled my die for fun, and it was a 1.
Oh, critical failure.
Critical failure, dude. I'm glad that, this isn't, we're not actually playing D&D right now. That would be
Probably
really bad.
trip over a stump and hurt yourself for 10 damage.
Ah, dude, it's you swing your sword? Yeah. You see that pebble? Yeah. You kick it, it bounces off a tree, hits you in the eye for 8. You know, what can you do? I need to stop rolling this dice. I'm only rolling low numbers. Okay, we're not even at that part of the podcast yet. You know,
Bad juju, maybe.
it's bad. Honestly, everyone tells me that when you're playing D&D, don't roll your dice when you're not supposed to, because it's bad luck. But I do it anyway because I like rolling dice. You know, what can you do? So we have a long list of people on tonight's podcast. And yet again, these are the survivors. These are the only people that made our new, I want to say checklist of characteristics and people we want on the show. It's
I feel
totally...
like a regime is more well suited.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. We'll go with that. Yeah, there's no way that we're the only ones that showed up this week. It's not... There's no way that a lot of people were invited and we're the only ones that came. There's no way that is the answer. It's totally that we've just narrowed it down to only having us during the show.
Yep.
That would have been perfect timing for Steve to come back and be like, hey, hey guys.
He doesn't join unless invited.
Yeah.
That in mind.
I did invite him. I sent him a poke. If I poked him in the wrong place though, maybe that'd be bad. What if I poke his eye? He would totally not be happy.
That'd be bad.
Imagine that, right? You're just trying to get someone's attention. You say their name and poke them, but they turn and you poke their eyeball and you push in on the eye too. That's bad. That would just
That's
not be fun.
Some anime stuff going on right there.
It really is, but
Yeah.
you know.
Like
we're-
the first episode of Naruto.
Yeah, no, that's literally that territory. Yeah.
Ugh,
You know?
first episode of Naruto.
So, no, I watched, the original Naruto. I didn't watch the, Shippuden. But apparently
I was trying to.
there's a show about Boruto now.
Yeah,
Every time I talk about it, I say burrito, though.
nice.
And then
That messes
Sasuke's
people
kids,
up.
Salad. They were just really hungry when they named their kids.
I actually don't even know Sasuke's kid's name.
I don't either. People say Salad, and it's got to be close to it, probably, right?
Probably.
Put an A at the end of salad.
Balada?
Yeah, close enough.
So wait, so that's basically just salad in another language. Now it just sounds like they were trying to be fancy and and they were hungry. It's we're really hungry. Naruto named his kid Burrito. We can't just do that.
It's Sarada.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's
It sounds like sriracha.
it would have been saying salad, but with an A on the end and in Chinese.
Yeah.
That's awful.
Yeah, it's salad in another language. Okay. The name almost sounds more like sriracha though, like sriracha sauce. Yeah. I mean, regardless, I'm just gonna go with that. His parents are hungry when they named them. Dude, there's some like when you're in college, like you hear a bunch of names. There's some really bad names.
I agree.
They're like, it's like, who did that? Like,
Yeah, who names a person Nick?
honestly,
Really?
yeah. I mean, only like the greatest parents would probably do that, who own really cool dogs.
Yep.
Nick has great dogs. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Like, they're amazingly cute.
Dog.
Yeah.
Dog.
Nathan
Oh,
also
I'm
has
gonna die.
top tier dogs, though. I think I like to say everyone here has top tier dogs, because I believe my dogs are top tier.
Top
Nathan,
tier.
I haven't asked about your dogs in a while. How are they? How's Dante?
They're-
Because I know
they're
he's
pretty
growing,
good.
right?
Dante is a very fun dog to have around. He's also he bullies Max.
Aww. Wait, he bullies his dad?
Yep.
Uh-oh.
He's a German Shepherd. He's like half of Max's size. Bullies him anyways. Takes his toys.
Aw. What does Roxy do?
Roxy doesn't generally do much.
No?
Until provoked, that is.
Yeah.
Usually she'll just kind of sit up here with me and my little brother. She'll like sit next to my chair or lay on my bed or run circles around Jeffrey's chair.
She's hurting
Really?
your brother.
Yeah, you're just really rolling the dice with Roxy.
You just never actually know what she's gonna do next. Oh, man.
Little fun story about the boys real quick though.
Yeah.
They had themselves like stuck in a bathroom the other day.
What?
I don't know, like they were like they both walked into the bathroom, which is kind of normal for Max. He likes to lay down in the downstairs bathroom.
Yeah.
And I guess Dante like went in there, and then someone or one of them closed the door.
Why?
And so my mom was looking for them, and she was like, "Where on earth are these dogs?" And she saw that the bathroom door was closed, so she went over and opened it, and both of them came out with their ears back and their tails between their legs.
Aw. They were like, oh shit. we're locked in this, aren't we? Use your thumbs. Oh, wait. I'm just curious how they closed the door.
I don't know what happened.
I'm just really interested in how they managed that.
Very.
Very interesting.
Like, I've had dogs who, like, if a door is on a crack, they would just push through. And, like,
Yeah.
but close the door. You know what's weird? My grandma's dogs. One of them learned to open the fridge,
Really?
and not like bite it. Literally, like paw at it and like open it, like with its.
Aww.
Yeah. He ate all the food in the fridge though, so it's an awe, but it's also like, oh fuck, that was a lot of food. Oh no! I think it was it might have been for Christmas actually that like this happened, and like he ate like a whole sandwich platter.
Aw.
It was so much food. It's like, how did that? I don't know. Like, my grandma's dogs are the kind of dogs where if you leave any food that's like realistically anywhere possible for a dog to reach, they'll get it.
Yeah.
You can leave it
Yeah.
on top of the fridge, which so they have like a countertop, and then the fridge is really tall fridge. They will jump on the countertop somehow, and get onto the fridge, take the food. Crazy dogs. They're adorable and they're so cute, but like you couldn't leave food out like with them. With my dogs, you could leave food like on like the edge of the counter, and like they wouldn't even try to get it. I don't know whether they're lazy. They are kind of short dogs. They're both like Shetland sheepdogs, so they're a little tinier. So maybe they can't reach.
Pork, tiny dog.
Yeah. Oh, they're Borkers, alright? They bork up a storm all of the time. Like, the smallest noise happens and you just hear "Bah!" everywhere. It's just like I'll put them outside for a second. My neighbor's outside and they won't stop barking. My neighbors. So I'm like, all right, I literally let you guys out for 5 seconds and you already ruined it. Get back in. I don't know. That's their, they're barkers. Yeah. Are you guys dogs like big barkers?
I think you know the answer for every time you try to come over to my house.
Work, work,
Work,
work,
work, work.
work. Well, I say one of your dogs is a bigger borker. I don't know if the other one.
Yeah, but he influences the other Borker.
Oh yeah. Honestly, it takes one to influence the others. Does Roxy set the other ones off?
No, it's Dante.
Dante
will
does.
set Max off, and then
Ooh.
Roxy just kind of sits off on the sidelines. And every now and then you'll hear a little gruff or something from her.
Yeah, if I had to guess, I would have said that it'd probably be Roxy that would have started it, because just like collies, they bark. They're borkers.
Yeah.
That's a borking kind of dog.
They gotta save Timmy in the well.
They do. Exactly. But Roxy's a border collie.
Yeah.
Cute doggo. Well, yeah, so Dante is half border collie, so I mean,
Yeah.
the blood is there.
The other half being German Shepherd, so...
He's a borker that's on alert. It's a guard dog, but they just bark at things. They wouldn't actually attack. Does I know Max is a German Shepherd. Is he's pure breed, German Shepherd? Yeah. Okay. Is he protective at all? Because I know German Shepherds could kind of be like that sometimes.
Yeah. It's actually kind of funny that you bring that up. There are times, not even just times, all the time. Anytime my mom or my dad acts like he's gonna grab my mom or my little brother or anybody really, Max just throws a fit. He gets so upset.
Yeah. He's like, you do not touch my other person. Oh, that's great. When we still had my one dog, Champ, he passed away this year, earlier.
Aww.
Yeah, he was cute. He was cute. He was a cute boy. He was a good boy. But if he said the word ow, he'd come running from wherever he was. And, say, my dad would say, pretend to, hit me, right? He would, get in between us, maybe he'd even, jump up and try to push my dad back. He would be, the mediator. He'd be like, whoa, this doesn't have to happen. He was a cute boy. Yeah, it's just funny how, dogs will, intervene and that. You wouldn't always think that, they would, but my other 2 dogs I have now, they wouldn't care. I could say ow for an hour straight, be laying on the ground, bleeding out, and they might come and lick my face. My one dog, Jack, he is a very cuddly dog, but, if you're in danger, there's no way he's helping you. He might, paw at you and wonder why you're not petting him as your intestines are falling out. It's Jack, I don't need you to paw my face right now. That's great.
Roxy responds to either help or get him.
Ooh, okay.
Both of those will set her off, and she will snap at Max.
Okay. So, she'll go after the other dogs?
Yeah.
Or just Max?
Primarily Max,
Yeah.
But...
She's putting her man in line. You can see which one wears the pants in that relationship, except the dog, so they don't wear either of them wear pants, but you got their thing.
Speaking of pants, dogs wear it on the back half, or do they wear it on the lower half?
Dude, that's such a great question. I think it's the back half, though. I really think it's a back half. Only because, think about what pants do. They cover from waist down. So if you're equivalent that to a dog, I think it's the back half of the dog. What do you guys think?
I don't know. What would you consider the waist on a dog? Because a waist for us is halfway down the body. For them, that's sort of considered it to be halfway down the body. That would just be their legs.
It needs to cover their private parts. So, about halfway the dog, I guess. That's where I say. Let's see. What do you guys think? What do you think? Back half, or are you going bottom half here?
Yeah, I like to play devil's advocate a little bit, but I just can't see bottom half being a viable way.
It just would be so funny looking. I mean, pants in a dog would be funny looking regardless, but
Well, I mean, I've seen back half pants before, and that looks fine.
Yeah.
I just can't imagine bottom.
Honestly, I would be okay with them existing because of how silly they'd look. How would you, it's four-legged pants at, what do they do? Where do they stop? And how do they stay up?
You won't know where the pants stop and the dog begins.
Oh, wait. I just Googled it. I actually did find some images of bottom half.
Alright, I need to see this. This is really important. Because I just really don't understand where the pants would stop or, how they stay up.
It looks like it's an overalls kind of design where, you just have the strap
okay, I kind of figured that, yeah. Oh, that doesn't look so bad.
Yeah, that's actually better than what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, no, that is a lot better. Okay. Wow, that picture might change my mind. I'm not against bottom half pants though. I might have changed my answer.
Dogs that wear back half pants.
Yeah.
I think bottom half looks better fashionably.
Yeah, it looks good. I think it looks good. Yeah, I think my new answer is bottom half. I think that's where they should wear pants. That overall design was great. I think dog. That's it. So backgrounders here. We like to start businesses. We're a startup company. We need to go into dog pants. I think that's the next place we go. We've been to places like rope companies, vegan meat, and I think the next place we go is dog pants. We got to be a well-rounded company. Yeah. So we're gonna get into dog pants, and we'll make different designs for dog pants, and
Dogs.
Yeah, and we'll be the leading dog pants makers in the world. We'll be number one of the dog pants makers. Easily the best. I think this isn't too unrealistic of a thing for us to do. I believe in us. Anyways. Nathan, do you think dogs should, after this discussion, you going back half or bottom half now? What do you think?
I don't know what I think.
I mean, most of the time, same.
I don't know. I mean, back half just kind of better and funnier in my mind.
Yeah, because if you do back half, you can do a shirt too on the dog.
Well, I'm just imagining a SpongeBob type deal where they have the brown pants with the belt,
and
just no shirt.
Okay, I'm okay with this. We get 3 dogs in a row. One of them is wearing SpongeBob pants. One of them is wearing Patrick's pants, and one of them is wearing just a T-shirt that looks like Squidward's. And we put them in the correct order. and then they can have dogs, and we'd have SpongeBob dog, Patrick dog, and Squidward dog. I think that's a great idea. Those are the pants we're gonna make with our dog company.
I think Nickelodeon needs to hire us now.
Seriously though, yeah. With these kinds of ideas, we could make SpongeBob a good show again. We can make SpongeBob great again.
Like Texas.
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 I just
Old
pictured
claim.
like when SpongeBob's like morphed into Texas, like when his
Mhm.
like, yeah, his head like turned like into the shape of Texas. It's great. It was a real solid time. Alright, so I feel like we're at the part of the podcast where we need to roll for a topic. So I'm gonna do the first roll for topic. I'm gonna do this. So let's see what we get. The first roll is a 13. Oh wow, okay. That's funny. Alright, so topic number 13 is I actually have something positive to say about Donald Trump. So, yeah, it really doesn't have anything to do with policy or anything. But for one of my classes, we had to do a reading, and Trump is actually like really like dedicated and working hard at like, I don't want to call them POWs, but returning like POWs. Which a POW is prisoner of war. So like people that have been like go to like Iran or something and they get kidnapped and thrown in jail because they're American. He actually does work decently hard to get those people back. And there's a track record of presidents actually not really caring that much about that. So I think that actually is something cool. His score is still way in the negatives. But, you know, it's like one little noodle point, you know? I don't know. I thought that was pretty cool. Because, I don't know. If I went to another country and I was, like, abducted and thrown in jail for being an American, I would love to believe that someone would care enough to try to get me back. That'd be pretty cool. I think it would be. Yeah. Yeah, that was a very short topic, though. So, Nick, since you're next in order here, could you roll for topic?
It is 17.
17, okay. Alright, so this is a food topic. If you haven't eaten, we're going to be talking about some food. What is food that is only good hot? Like, think of a hot food, and it's cold, it's disgusting. So, like, first thing that came to mind for me was, it's not food, but like a coffee. Like, normal coffee, cold, and it's not iced coffee. I feel like a normal hot drink, cold, isn't that good. No.
In that specific instance, I could see that.
Yeah.
Does the topic pertain to just stuff that's cold?
Okay, so the topic I actually have written down is food that's only good hot or cold, or food that's good both. So you can take it any direction you want. Like
I was thinking cold fried food. Any cold fried food
is bad.
Bad.
Yeah. Okay. You know, I'm weird. It depends. I oddly wouldn't mind leftover, like, cold french fries. Like, to me, it doesn't taste that bad. Like, because I don't know. Like, the way I do things is that, say, like, I went out for dinner or something, I brought home french fries.
I mean, if they're, like, the nuts, really, like, more potato-y french fries, I'd be totally behind you in this. But the greasier it gets for whatever you're eating, it's just awful.
Yeah, no, I'll give you that. I know that I've tried cold pizza before. I didn't mind it, but there are people that like cold pizza. Like, I had friends who legitimately would eat pizza, like have it for dinner, and then their breakfast the next morning was cold pizza.
Cold pizza's good.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they heat it up?
That's a great question. I don't know, like, because you're having it for breakfast. It's like, yeah, you could just pop it in, like, the oven real fast. And it's like, no, it's cold pizza for breakfast.
Apparently.
Yeah, it's like, breakfast pizza exists, right? What other foods? So, I want to think of foods that aren't good hot. Like maybe...
Whoa.
Oh, ice cream.
Actually, there's cake that winds up baking ice cream.
Ooh.
And it's amazing.
Okay. Alright. I'll say that's
so
good.
Under certain circumstances, it's really good.
Yeah. But I'm picturing like an ice cream... you have an ice cream cone. Like it's in a nice cone and everything. And then just to make it hot.
Like you're just talking straight.
Yeah, straight up like ice cream. You just make it hot, and it's just like it completely melted. It's now like because it's milk, right? So it's some like weird like there might be a weird smell even starting. Yeah, it's just not good. Anything milk based, right? Like could do that.
However, something that would get really close to it would actually be batter fried ice cream. So there's a batter layer on the outside that's fried, and when you dig into it, the ice cream is still cold on the inside.
That sounds amazing.
It is legitimately amazing. The place that I go to for it, it's like, that's your meal because it's just this giant thing for $5.
That's not bad at all. That sounds amazing.
It takes like 3 people to eat it for like a regular dessert meal.
Oh. Dude, if I could eat that stuff, I would love it. Oh man. That's so cool.
One of my friends brought a slice of ice cream cake to school because it was their birthday.
Yeah.
And by the time she opened her slice of ice cream cake out of her lunchbox, it was just like a Tupperware container of just like chocolate milk.
I'm so sad. That's like my favorite kind of cake.
Oh no! 'Cause, like as soon as you said that, I'm like, no, it's coming, isn't it?
Rule of thumb: it needs to be like 20 degrees for ice cream cake.
Oh no!
She had like 3 ice packs in her lunchbox.
That ain't gonna do it.
It's
if
still
you
not
wait 3
gonna,
hours.
cause like, oh no. Dude, like if she,
you're gonna need like an ice cooler.
what did she run a cooler to school now? Like, you walk into like your first class, it's like, what's that cooler for?
My singular slice of ice cream.
Yeah, I brought 1 slice of ice cream cake for myself at lunch.
Are you going to share with the class?
No. Then like you get coolers banned from the school, like everyone knows you as that person that got coolers banned. Like, oh, no, I can't bring coolers to school. Like you were bringing coolers to school in the first place.
Man, speaking of banned things, you remember how in high school we couldn't bring backpacks into class?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember.
No, we could actually bring man purses into class.
Yeah, immerse.
Which is really weird, because that's still technically, like, the same level of backpack kind ofness.
Exactly.
But, like, I don't see the point.
No, it doesn't make any sense. Dude, what we should have all done, we should have just made gigantic fanny packs. And, like, that could fit all the books in them. And they'd be like, oh, you can't bring a backpack. This is a fanny pack. It's in the pack family, so I understand the misconception of what you're thinking right now. But no, it's different. Not a backpack. And then they banned giant fanny packs, and like that poor one like kid who actually wears a fanny pack can't wear his fanny pack to class anymore. Feels bad. Yeah, I don't think I've really seen many people in real life ever wearing fanny packs though, to be honest.
Yeah, no, it's usually just like Disney World or like tourist.
Yeah, like
vacation
tourist
spots.
would, yeah. But like
I'll see it in the summer on the boardwalk.
That's fair, yeah. Well, because that is tourists, though, for the most part, yeah. So, tourists do, but, like, normal people walking around, they don't really ever see it.
No.
Nathan, you see fanny packs in the wild?
No,
okay.
Not down here in the south.
Yeah, I was going to say, wait, in the southern states, do they have fanny packs? Like, is that what if, like, everyone in your state just wore fanny packs, and it's like, yeah, no, this is normal.
Oh, the fanny pack state we'd be called.
Yeah, states have nicknames, like New Jersey's the Garden State, Virginia would be the fanny pack state. It's great. Top tier. You know. So, giving away people's states. If you go to episode 44, background noise.
Which one had
and you click annotations off. You're in for a fun surprise. Quick background noise trivia quiz real fast. What is that?
What is what?
What was hidden by annotations in episode 44?
I have absolutely no idea.
I feel like, Nathan, you know.
I mean, it was obviously Carrot's address.
Yeah, it's Carrot's address. Yeah, it was legitimately Carrot's address, yeah. But so if you go to episode 44, you will not find it. I swear. So what you gotta do is you gotta go from episode 1 to episode 193 when this comes out. And watch all of them every second, and then maybe you'll find it. Watch episode 44 last, though. That's just a solid strategy, in my opinion. Like, you don't, this isn't like a weekly thing where you really need to watch them in order.
I'm personally a fan of the backwards order, going from 191 to 1.
Ooh. Okay. Dude, so every now and then I'll go back and listen to like an old podcast and I just cringe.
What part do you find cringy?
Us. Especially me. Like, I'm like, oh my, stop, shut up. Because, it's just, we had no idea what we were doing. I mean, you could still say we don't. But
fast forward to a year later when you're cringing at yourself again.
Like, anything I'm in, for the most part, I'll cringe at for a little bit. But no, like, I feel like as time has gone on, like, everyone who comes on the show, we just keep getting better at doing this. It's just a belief I have. So if you look at episode 1 where it was Mark, Jacob, and I, it was just so, like, awkward, and Mark and Jacob are really quiet. Yeah, actually, just realizing, episode 1 was a 3-person podcast, and episode 193 is a 3-person podcast. Look how things don't change. Yeah. It's cool. Good old time. But yeah, I just feel like, in older episodes, I don't really know, like, what we did in older episodes, because I feel like we don't always, like, go very topic heavy even now. But I feel like we brought, like, 2 topics back then, and there was a really long, like, streak of background noises where we just have, like, 9 people on, and, like, it was just hell.
Oh, good lord.
Yeah, Nathan, you remember those days.
Oh no.
Yeah.
There was the one time everyone was like, hey, let's turn our webcams on, and then, like, actually just broke Skype, and I couldn't get the call.
It's like, guys, you need to turn your webcams off. Why? Nathan can't get back in. You literally, like, broke his Skype with all of the webcams. You know, I was looking at background noise, like, titles, and I remember, and I stumbled upon the one called the Swaggyless Rift, and I remember, Nathan, you had, I want to say, was it a fedora attached to the, the Oculus Rift? I think it was. What a
faded story.
Yeah, that was from, like, I had to guess, like, episode 60-something, probably, so that was a very, very long time ago. But, like, we were 100% still in Skype, too, because, like, I noticed the picture change, right? Or I think you were wearing it.
Changed my picture to
it.
Yeah. So one time I turned the webcam on with it on.
Yes! It was amazing. Some of the best moments of background noise, though, early, like, involved people putting the webcams on, like, every time Dave put his webcam on and just heard himself. Yeah, it was great. Like, for a while, Sky liked coming on the podcast to see how Dave would hurt himself next. It was a great time. Great time in background noise. I remember, like, crying, basically, about, it was, like, Dave, and he put duct tape on the window.
Ooh.
Oh, it was so great. He put duct tape on the window for scale about how far it is away.
Duct tape for scale.
Duct tape for scale, and like he's like,
Wow.
Oh, this is amazing. So
not to derail the conversation,
yeah,
but you want to know what my football team had for a score today for my school?
But
6-69, losing.
Oh, they lost
Holy,
69-6.
Yeah, that was their first football game, actually.
Oh man.
Yeah, that was against Penn State.
Rest in peace.
RIP.
Oh man, that's a lot of points.
That's a lot of points.
That's a 63-point differential. Oh man.
I'm looking at the box score.
This is bad, right?
God. The fourth was the best because there was only one touchdown.
I think they just stopped trying, dude. Like, these poor kids. Oh man.
By halftime, they had 48 points.
Oh, did your guys have any by then?
Not until the end of the third.
Oh no! It was like 48-0 going into half.
Uh-huh.
Oh, dude, I'm hurting for them. That just hurts.
Feel bad.
Like that's one of the things you hear, and like your soul just like hurts a little bit because it's like those poor people on like your school's team, like those poor people on your school's team, like they trained really hard and everything, and then they have to go back on the field, like knowing they're down 48-0. Like, what does the coach even say at that point? Don't worry, guys. It's a close game at half. Shut up, dude. It's 48.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you.
Like, as a coach, you'd be like, well, you tried.
You're like, well, I'm fucked when I get back.
You're like, the coach is like, okay, I would give you a pep talk, but I know I'm already fired, so, yeah. Mm-hmm. Poor coach gets fired after the first game. Oh, man. Also, Mike's school team beat you guys. Just realizing. You should yell at Mike, be like, hey, why can't you guys go easy on us? Oh man. Like you look on the field, it was actually Mike playing too. It's like, what?
Oh no. Oh no.
I'd be like, wow, okay. Good for him. So Mike was on one episode of Background Noise like a very long time ago. I want to say he was on like 83. It's just random guessing at that point. Could have been in the hundreds. I don't actually know. He was on one episode, and Mike, though, is, like, the most successful person I'll ever meet. Like, he's just going to be more successful than everyone else I know combined, basically. He, like, already has a published book. Like, he has, like, a decently famous, like, photography company. Like, he gets invited to all, like, car shows and stuff to take pictures of them, and people pay him to. Yeah, that boy's going somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
He's a smart boy. He is. Alright, so speaking of smart boys, hey Nathan.
Hey.
Could you roll for topic?
Okay. Let's use the pretty dice here.
Okay.
That is a 14.
Okay, 14. Alright, so this is
about food though.
Wait, what?
Can I say one more thing about food though?
Yeah, of course.
Hot soda.
That sounds disgusting. I'm just picturing like soda left in a car. Like over like on a hot summer day, you go to I've had hot soda before. It's just disgusting, man.
Thought about this right before we brought up our terrible football game.
Oh, imagine watching that football game and drinking hot soda. Oh no!
Outside today.
That'd be so bad. Oh man. Alright. So moving on to topic 14. Alright, so basically, you're in a sticky situation here. Option 1 is to go into $100,000 in debt, but you don't go to prison. So right in this scenario, you're being accused of a crime. So you spend $100,000 to hire the best legal team you can, but you're $100,000 in debt, but you don't go to prison. Or would you rather go to prison for 10 years, and then 10 years into your prison sentence, they realize, oh my god, you weren't the killer, and they give you $50 million. So basically, would you rather be where you are now, but $100,000 in debt, or would you rather go to prison for 10 years, but then after the 10 years you get $50 million?
Now, you didn't specify which country I had to be in.
No, I didn't.
So if I was in one of the better prison systems for this case...
You would have to go there and then be wrongly accused of murder there, though.
I mean, I'd be totally fine with that.
But, that's what I'm trying to get at, is in some of the better prison countries, they might not wrongly accuse you of murder.
I'm more terrified of being in prison here than in, a lot of, better off European countries.
If you told me I could go to, Finland and go to prison, hell yeah.
Absolutely.
I would be like, wait, Finland in prison? Yeah, that's great. That's a great gig.
Because they don't treat it like maximum security for all of our prisons.
I will say this, let's make it our prison system. For this scenario. We'll make that caveat right there. So...
assuming I had a job that could pay...
100,000.
No, well, I'm gonna lowball it and say 50,000.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's a little high, anyway.
Well,
I could probably work that off in years if I don't spend any money in the parents.
Yeah. So it is possible to work off 100,000. It's not going to be easy, right? You'll be in debt for a really long time, but you avoid prison. Is that the route you think you want to go?
If it's dealing with our prison system, fuck that.
Okay. Alright, Nathan, what are you thinking about this?
I mean, 10 years.
10 years is a very long time
in your life.
Yeah, it is. If I went to prison right now for 10 years, I'd be 31 when I got out. Yeah. That is really, important 10 years of your life. But you do get $50 million once they realize, oh, you weren't the murderer. This is awkward. Prison 10 years, but you get $50 million when you come out, or $100,000 in debt, but you don't go to prison at all. Both aren't very good. But only one is your answer.
I'm gonna go with the 100,000 in debt.
Okay. I respect that. I am gonna go to prison for 10 years. Because the way I'm thinking of it is that, alright, so 10 years later, I have $50 million. It's like working for 10 years and getting $50 million. You're in a really, really crappy system. But also, once you come out of jail, all of the people you know, you can help them with their bills and stuff. And hey, so I'll go to jail for 10 years, and if you guys are still in debt from not going to jail, I'll pay your debt.
I would not be about it. No. It's just... You're gonna be you just want to live your life to the fullest every day.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to hedge on a 10-year investment.
Yeah, it wouldn't be easy, and that's very, very long time. It really is. But $50 million is the kind of money that, like, you could... It could be hard to spend $50 million. It really can be. Like, if you decide to live, like, a decent life...
You see sports stars spend that money pretty quick.
They do. But, like, if you decide to live, like, an average life with that money, like, you could spend $10 million in your life easily and live very, very comfortably. Like, I've done, like, the calculations before. Like, if I won more than, like, a few $1 million, I feel like I'd be like, yeah, no, this is good. Because, like, I would choose to live I would, at, like, the highest, I'd live in, like, a middle-class area. You know, I would pay off my mortgage, like, right away. You know, you get a car, keep the car for as long as you can. You know,
I think, I remember the research that I did eons ago.
Yeah.
I think the average income for people's, like, entire work was, like, you would earn $2 million close to the end of, like, probably your 30th year of working.
Yeah.
Like, you do not make that much.
So, like, think about, like, at all of that time you spent $2 million, say, right? Because you make it, you spend it, you know, put some away. If you have more than $2 million, I think you're in pretty good shape. Yeah, like, you could retire with a few $1 million easily.
I mean, assuming you live that long.
You're right, yeah. Yeah, if you don't live that long, then it's gonna be harder.
My argument is that I'd rather be happy with the freedoms that I have today than to be imprisoned for 10 years and have the freedoms after those 10 years. Because money can be gained and lost. Age currently cannot.
Yeah, you just would lose 10 years of your life. And losing 10 years of life at any of our ages is, like, a huge deal. Like I was saying, so Nick and I, we would be, like, 31 by the time, like, 10 years passed. And, like, Nathan, imagine if you lost 10 years from right now. Like, you wouldn't even be a high school graduate. Right?
Nope.
So, like, at least, like, Nick and I, like, would have been out of high school. And we would be mostly done with our college. But, like... But, I mean, do you need a high school diploma when you're rocking $50 million? I don't know, man.
The other question is, how much would you value family?
That's really important, too. Because if you have any, like, older family members... Yeah.
But the thing is, if you go to prison for 10 years, regardless of what they say afterwards, that the whole feeling of those 10 years is going to be sunk in. So, kind of permanent damage to the family relationship, whatever you have.
Yeah, you're right.
Same with friends and other people.
You would basically be throwing away friendships and stuff, which would be pretty rough. Because, right, like, if you're in jail for 10 years, you can't hang out with the boys. You can't hang out and have a cold one with the boys.
Well, I mean, that's right? Not even, like, part of my reasoning. Like,
yeah, okay.
You're falsely accused of murder. Yeah. You go to jail for 10 years. If you go to jail, it's essentially saying that you were convicted.
Yeah. For that entire 10 years, and maybe for the rest of your life, people will think you're a murderer, to be honest.
I mean, the same thing may even be true if you're proven innocent, but it's less likely to stick around. Yeah,
just because you're innocent of a crime doesn't mean you didn't do it. Hey, I'm very, very sure that O.J. Simpson killed that person.
They do wind up finding evidence of the actual person.
Yeah.
That may help. But...
Well, I would assume, like, the $50 million because of a wrongly conviction would, like... They would have to have had someone else, right? And they would figure it out.
Yeah.
But, yeah, but that's still 10 years of your life, right? Like, any relationship you have with anyone will be vastly different in 10 years. Especially if you're not there.
10 years plus socially destroying.
Oh, yeah. Because, like, imagine, like, all the friends you have now, but you kind of just disappear for 10 years. And they know that they think you murdered someone.
Yeah.
And unless they were, like, 100% convinced that, like, you were innocent and they believed you, there's no way you have, like, the same relationship. Even if they did, probably still no way of keeping the same relationship, unfortunately. What can you do? But it's fun. Alright, so I feel like we can move on, and I'm gonna roll for the new topic because we've all rolled once. So let's see. I almost guarantee I'm gonna roll one of the numbers we already hit. I just really feel like that's gonna happen. No, we didn't hit this one yet. I was completely wrong. Alright, so current topic is what will be the same 100 years from now? Like, what are some things that we have currently, whether it could be technology, maybe even just the way people do things, that...
I have one.
Okay.
The older generation complaining about the younger generation.
You're damn straight! And the older generation not understanding the current technologies.
I don't know.
I don't know. I just like to think that. I know, dude, like...
I'll leave that as a maybe.
It's solid maybe, yeah. But, like, it's just, like... Even though, like, say our generation is pretty technologically inclined, I think it'd be really funny if, like, one day, even with how technologically inclined we are, like, new technology comes out, and we're just, like, yelling at it and stuff, and being like, I don't understand how this is working! I don't know how to fly a car. It's like, Grandpa, you just hit the button right there. Where's the keys? Keys.
Those are already being...
I know! Dude, like, that confuses me,
fobs man. Now. What are these finagled fobs?
Like, that confuses me, though, when I see someone, like, pull out one of those, and it's like, wait, where's the keys?
It actually feels pretty normal.
Yeah.
Because my grandmother has one, and I was just like, alright, time to open up the car and get in.
Okay. Yeah, it still is a key. It just looks different, you know?
It just doesn't work the same way. It's a little confusing at first. Just a nitty bit.
But eventually, one day, you'll be saved. And understand keys. Or... what did you call it? A fob?
Fob.
Are they called fobs, really?
That's what my car wash calls it. They call it key fobs.
Key fob. Hey, where's your fob? What did you call me? What? No, the key.
The key fob.
The key fob.
Key fob.
Key fob. I think... okay, 100 years from now, things will be the same. I think teenagers will still be edgy.
I still think students will be in debt when
yes,
they get out
students
of
will
college.
definitely still be in debt when they leave college. That's 100% true.
I mean, unless the world just pushes for free education for colleges, so long as you have the good grades.
Yeah, that's possible. 100 years from now, I'll still be doing background noise. That's probably not true.
I mean, I don't know. They're working pretty hard on preventing age.
Yeah, dude, if I live to 121... yeah.
Yeah, forget what's it called. But they're essentially trying to make it so that instead of having your DNA slowly deteriorate on the ends, it just stops for whatever this medicine that you take.
Ooh.
That's what they're working on currently, so you just be stuck at the age that you're at.
Okay. Welcome to episode 10,193 background noise. Just always doing background noise forever. You know, that...
the age of 40. Constantly in a midlife crisis.
Oh, that'd be horrible, dude. You constantly just, like, going out buying new cars and stuff. It's like, come on. You can't buy any new cars. Why? You have no money. You're stuck in like prices forever. I get it, but come on. I don't know. I feel like I'm trying to think of like any like I feel like there'd be board games still, and they'd be played very similarly. Like I wonder. I feel like there are certain board games that won't change. You know. And people will still use board games when they're bored. So like, I feel like Monopoly will still be around. Yeah, like people will still be hating each other after playing Monopoly.
Yeah, I could see that sticking around.
Yeah.
You know what I don't think will be around though?
What?
Cable TV.
Yeah, there's no way. I feel like that's gonna be gone in like 20 years. Maybe.
I feel like that's a solid estimate.
Yeah. I just don't know. Like, to be honest, I feel like our generation doesn't watch a ton of TV. Because, like...
I've had a TV sitting in my room, and I only turned it on the first day that I moved into my college dorm room.
Exactly.
That's the only time that it's been on.
Yeah. To be honest, if, hypothetically speaking, you told me I was moving into my own place, I wouldn't buy cable. I just wouldn't. I would have Netflix.
You know what's funny, though? Yeah. If you bought a little TV antenna, you would still get the public channels free.
That's true. You'd get, like, a good handful of channels. Like, you'd get, like, CBS, NBC, probably, maybe
I think you'd get, like, 9 channels.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. And, you know, that'll get you news. But, yeah, I would have Netflix and whatever other, like, good streaming stuff is out there by the time, because I'm sure there would be something a little different. I wonder if Netflix... I don't think Netflix would be around in 100 years, to be honest. Probably. I mean, if it is, it's awesome.
Possible. Have you seen how long some of the cable companies have lasted for?
That's true.
They started in radio.
The only thing, though, that I'm saying that Netflix might not be around is because I feel like eventually something that does Netflix better than Netflix will come out. Not saying that Netflix doesn't do well, because Netflix is awesome. They make really good original content and everything.
I feel like it's more likely that if they were to fail, they would be bought out by someone like
Amazon or Facebook or something, yeah.
And then they would just be a subsidiary.
Yeah, that's fair. And then, that's totally possible.
Actually, speaking of Facebook, I feel like Facebook will be phased out.
Yeah, Facebook,
It'll be replaced by something better that combines, like, Snapchat and Facebook.
It'll be like
Instagram
Snapchat, Twitter, and Facebook all combined into one thing. Maybe even Instagram. Like, someone's going to come out with a social media that does all of the social media we have now together. And there'll be no reason to use any of the other ones except that one. Because, like, Facebook has actually been around for a very long time compared to other social medias. Because, like, look how long... Oh my god, why did I forget its name?
MySpace?
Yeah, MySpace. I couldn't remember MySpace's name. See, that's how long it's been gone. Oh man, I can't believe I really forgot what MySpace was. I couldn't remember their name. I could picture it, and I'm like, you know, the thing before Facebook that like Mark Zuckerberg like kind of stole.
Hey.
Damn. But yeah, but like, see how long like MySpace lasted. Like, I remember being like in 6th grade, and people were like, "Yo, check out my MySpace." And I'm like, I don't have that. What's a MySpace? Did you have a MySpace, Nick?
No.
No, okay. Nathan, I'm almost going to guarantee you did not have a MySpace.
I was too young.
Yeah. If you did, I'd be like, wow, okay. It's like you had a MySpace very young then.
MySpace at that age would have been my favorite color, blue.
He just posting about I really like blue. Today we colored in class, and I really enjoyed it. Let's go on complexity.
I learned about the square.
I learned that you can't put triangles into square holes very easily. Unless you can. I mean, that one might not be the best example. Today I learned the alphabet. Was it lit? My friend Complexity is in chat and was saying that MySpace was lit. I never had a MySpace. And I just remember people talking about oh, check out the song I put on my MySpace page. This is my song right now, and check out my top 9 friends. And then people would get mad at other people hey, I'm not in your top list now. What the hell is this? And then they'd argue and they'd pull to the office because they fucking changed who they had in their MySpace.
You know what I think would last 100 years?
What?
Sports in the Olympics.
Yeah, I don't think the Olympics will ever stop. Really, as long as people can come together from different countries, yeah, in 100 years, definitely. It's still definitely gonna go on. It would take the world ending, I think, for the Olympics to stop. To be completely honest.
In which case, everything would stop.
Oh yeah, if World War III happens and we have a nuclear winter, that's when the Olympics stop. And they probably would still try to do the Olympics with whoever's left.
The nuclear winter Olympics.
Today in the competition, we have Deer Bear Man, Bear Man Pig, and Deer Man Bear.
Exactly. I don't know why, but I just pictured all of the Olympics taking place in vaults. It's here we are, we're 2086, underground Olympics. We think it's summertime. We actually lost track. We haven't been to the surface world in over 100 years. Yeah. Dude, what if the mole people take over the Olympics?
The mole people?
Yeah.
What if a Winnie the Pooh universe takes over the Olympics?
I'd buy it. To be honest, I don't think there's anything better than a Winnie Pooh universe. It's taken over our universe. Imagine that. Walking outside.
We'd be able to smash their records instantly.
Yeah.
Except for maybe Tigger's high jump.
Oh. Instantly, he'd win. He would be the best high jumper that ever jumped high.
The only other thing that may have a problem is maybe Limbo.
Oh, yeah.
Got Piglet. That may be very difficult.
Yeah, I mean,
that is
very talented.
Winnie the Pooh talk.
Dude, yeah, I mean, episode 193 background noise, we have to talk about Winnie the Pooh. This might be the first time we've ever mentioned Winnie the Pooh on the podcast, by the way, in 193 episodes. I almost guarantee it is.
I feel like we talked about it one day about how each character represents a medical condition.
Oh yeah, no, that makes sense. Probably did talk about it like that, but we never talked about Winnie the Pooh universe.
So yeah, but this reminded me of something that had bothered me for a very long time, and it was the fact that people call Winnie the Pooh Pooh instead of calling him Winnie, his first name. They call him by his species of bear.
What?
It hit me one day. It was everyone calls him Pooh, but he's Winnie the Pooh. Pooh is not his name. Winnie is his name. He's
Everyone
Winnie
calls
the
him
Pooh
Pooh Bear. It's like calling, hey, human. It's like, hey, average-sized human.
I am just...
That kind of just blew my mind for a second.
I never realized
No, I would have no, dude. You just
I never realized that.
No, I never realized that either. Like
Crazy.
why are you blowing my mind here, Nathan? Yeah.
I was not.
It would
prepared
have
for
never
this
happened
tonight.
if it would have brought up Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, dude, Nick, you bring up Winnie the Pooh, Beluga for once. Whoever thought that like we'd follow the Winnie the Pooh like angle and just keep going, and we would just be like, what? All right. Well, so I was the last one to roll for a topic. So, or did Nick roll for a topic? I can't remember.
You
think
rolled
it's
last
next turn.
time.
All right, Nick, go ahead.
That's a roll. Did we do 15?
No, we didn't. So, 15. What are mispronunciations that anger you?
Killer.
Ramen.
Ramen?
Ramen.
Wait, no way. People call ramen ramen?
I've never heard that.
Okay, so there's a funny story of how I've gotten to this pronunciation, and when I was growing up, my mother would make chicken noodle soup, except it was ramen chicken noodle soup. So she would call it ramen. And now fast forward to about a month and a half ago.
It's like everybody loves ramen.
I had only just realized a month and a half ago, like to me before I realized this, ramen and ramen were two separate entities. But I recognized that they were both noodles.
Oh wait, so ramen isn't ramen?
But like they're literally the same thing.
Okay.
One is pronounced wrong. But in my mind, they were separate things, but I recognized that they were both noodles.
You're like, wow, ramen and ramen are very similar.
And then it finally hit me, and my girlfriend corrected my mother, and I was like, wait.
You're like, I've been lied to for 21 years!
No, it's just that my mother never knew how to pronounce it,
Oh,
and
no.
then I followed her, and then when I finally got to ramen, like, I knew what ramen was, but then, like, going back to that specific thing that I ate was always ramen.
Oh, dude. Oh, that's so great. How did you feel when that hit you? Like, did you just, like, facepalm?
Literally, I was like, alright. I just realized that these have been the same thing. And I haven't made that connection, so fuck it, whatever. Time to fix that problem by never saying it again.
Oh, that's just amazing, you know? I'm trying to think. I don't think I've ever had, like, a thing confused because people pronounce it a certain way. Like, I know that, like, people will be talking about something, and I'm like, what the hell are you saying? I don't know what you're saying. Like, I know someone, you know, tortillas? They say tortillas. Like Godzilla. It's like, what?
Oh.
A tortilla? What's a tortilla?
Hey, can you pass me the bag of tortilla chips?
Right? It's so bad.
God, tortilla and quesadilla are such a meme.
Quesadilla.
I love them. I love them so much. Like, there's the one video of the kid in the pantry, and, like, as the camera gets to him, like, the bag of tortilla chips falls off, and he's like, whoa, Hurricane Katrina, more like Hurricane Tortilla.
Stop.
I love it so much.
Oh, man. So speaking of tortilla chips, I've heard people say salsa. Like,
Elsa.
it's like, they're trying to say salsa, but it's not. Like, there's too much emphasis at the beginning of the word or something. Like, I still don't know what they do.
They're making it a long A or something.
Yeah, it's just not working. You know, something that I'm upset that I do, and it bugs me that I do, instead of saying ask, I'll say axe all the time. And that just bugs me that I do it. and it's just not something I like think about. I just do it.
What you're saying is, if I were to ask you a question...
That's exactly how I say it. It's like, I want to ask someone a question. I have to, like, enunciate saying ask. And so I can say X.
So, I actually came to the realization a couple months ago that the word clothes, I just subconsciously pronounce close, like closing the door.
Close. Oh.
Yeah.
I think I do too.
I don't know if that's like what everyone does. I'm not sure.
I'm wearing
how
clothes.
We just like removed a T and an H from a word.
Yeah.
Or we just like our language is slowly becoming French.
No, we're becoming the French. We have to surrender all the time. Oh man.
I don't know. Why did we do this? Why is there a T and an H in that word? If we're not gonna use them.
Dude, sometimes I wonder too. You never know. A million years.
Also, I hate it when people say nuclear.
Nuclear.
Unclear?
Yes.
How do you say it correctly?
Like just nuclear?
Nuclear?
Nuclear, yep.
Nuclear.
Like the memey way of saying no, like new and then clear. Nuclear.
I feel like I say nuclear. Nuclear?
That's the right way. Yeah, there you go.
Nuclear?
Nuclear. Yeah. Okay.
I don't like it when people add a second U in nuclear. It's not nuclear. It's nuclear.
Ooh, yeah.
Nuclear?
Nuclear. It's a nuclear power plant.
Yes.
Okay. Alright. Because when someone will point out that, oh, people say it like this, I have to say it to myself a few times. I'm like, because I don't know how I say it. Something that I always find funny is when someone wants to point out something specific, but they'll be like, look at that specific thing. It's like, no, that's an ocean you're talking about. If you, I mean, you could say that ocean in specific is the Pacific. You can say that.
Specific?
You can specifically say the Pacific. Yeah. If you specifically say the specific, I'm just gonna be confused and kind of judge you. That's funny.
Do you guys say either or either?
I say both.
I'll say both, but I'll usually say either.
Yeah, I was about to say I feel like I say both as well.
Yeah.
It's just like
It's just kind of what pops out.
Yeah, like it's just like there are certain words that either sounds better, and it's the same for either.
I feel like when you're
either
given
or.
two options,
Yeah.
either sounds better. No, is it either?
But then
sounds
like
better? I don't know.
like saying like if it's followed by like one, like either one works, I feel like either's better. But if it's like something like either or.
Yeah, but I feel like either way sounds better than either way. No, maybe either way sounds better.
I can't tell.
I can't, dude. Like, I'm like, well, they sound the same to me. Oh no.
I don't know.
I'm trying to think of other words that like.
In all practicality, it's kind of ridiculous to think one pronunciation of a word sounds better than the other because they're just words.
Yeah.
They don't have any sort of satisfactory component to them.
You're right. Okay, do you guys say GIF or GIF?
GIF.
GIF.
Proper
GIF.
way.
Yeah. Okay. Consensus. So we say GIF. Okay. Good.
That's gonna make a lot of people upset.
Yeah, I know, that's why I like bringing it up, because I love when someone will say, I say GIF. Why?
Not peanut butter.
Is that Jiffy?
Yeah.
It's a GIF. What does it stand for? What's the first one? Graphic? Uh-huh. It's not a J. I remember, So, to be honest, I'm not much of a tech person. Like, I don't know an extreme amount about tech. But I remember Chance, and I think it was like, it might have been Big Anthony, but or Kyle or Chris, or all three of them arguing with Chance about something that's like calling it a GUI or GUI. I think it was.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
Chance, I think, called it a GUI, right?
Yeah.
And then everyone else called it a GUI.
Yeah.
And they just went back and forth arguing about that forever.
I don't even remember his rationale.
No, I don't either.
GUI.
Because he's like, it's an acronym. You pronounce each one, but what about Jeff?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But
yeah, that's what it was. He was like, he wouldn't call it a GIF.
yeah, exactly. He wouldn't call it a GIF. It's like, what do you call a picture file? Do you call it a JPEG or do you call it a JPEG?
JPEG?
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's a JPEG. But he called it a GUI. A GUI? A GUI. I mean, GUI sounds better. And it makes me think of chocolate or something. Like melting chocolate.
GUI is pretty fun to say.
It is. It's just a nice thing. Hey, could you hand me that GUI? Hey, look at that GUI.
Another word that's fun to say is glabella.
Which one?
Glabella.
Glabella?
Glabella.
For me, you're cutting out just a little bit when you're saying it every time. It could be on my end, so.
Good. You said it as glabella.
A glabella. I don't know what that word is.
It is the space between connects with your forehead.
Okay. Huh. I would have never known that, to be completely honest with you.
Yep.
Not in a million years would I have known.
It's a term a lot of Dark Souls players know, because for whatever reason, in the Dark Souls customization, there's always an option for glabella.
What?
That's just silly.
You can adjust your glabella width.
That's amazing. It's I need to change my glabella. I'm very specific about this.
Apparently.
Yeah. Oh, man. So, we're at the time again. Nathan, could you roll for topic?
I'll use the other die.
Ooh, let's see what it gives.
11.
11? Okay.
Yes.
That's a cool topic. Okay, I feel like we might have talked about this before. Because I'm just realizing I might not have crossed this one out.
Wait, what topic is it?
If you're sentenced to death and you get to choose your death penalty, how do you die?
Oh yeah, we did talk
about
no,
that.
wait, we talked... I think we talked about, if you could watch...
Oh, you're right. Yeah, okay. Well, it's okay.
Sentenced to death row.
If you're sentenced to death, how would you choose to go out? Oh, I think we did talk about this. Now I'm remembering it now.
Arena.
But, what?
We might have.
Yeah.
Gladiatorial arena.
That'd be amazing. You know what? I think that we definitely talked about this because I'm just remembering Chris saying death by snooze now. Oh man. But I think I want death by getting a piano dropped on me.
Oh.
You go out like a Looney Tune.
I mean, it's not a painful death.
No, it's right away.
Gruesome.
Yeah.
Not painful.
Or I'll even take an anvil. You can go a little bit more Looney Tune.
It'd have to be very big anvil.
Yeah.
Fair.
But I mean, it's I want to die by anvil. I'm sure they would be like, yeah, okay, we'll get a big anvil to kill you. Oh, what if they had to drop the anvil twice? Oh, exactly. Imagine how horrible that would be. It's like, we didn't kill him. We have to do it again. But actually, I'm not sure if this is an exact law, but I'm pretty sure that I've heard before that if you're sentenced to death penalty and you survive whatever you do, you get to like go home, basically. Like you're set free. I don't know if that's true, but that would be pretty cool. It's like lethal injection. Alright, I'm fine. What? How did he... The intern put the wrong things in. He just put heroin. Now he's a heroin addict. Damn it. He lives, though. That intern gets a death penalty in return.
Man, gladiatorial.
I like gladiatorial. Yeah.
Sounds pretty good now, because you just beat everyone. You're like, well,
I get to go home. Yeah.
See ya.
Yeah, dude, if you're just best gladiator, you're good. You never have to die. Until you face like a lion or something. That one's gonna be a little harder.
Yeah, harder.
Yeah, that's reminding me of the trailer for like the new Thor movie that's coming out. And it's just Thor sitting in the arena. And it's like his opponent and it's the Hulk. And he just like goes up.
Wait for him to calm down.
Yeah, as this goes up, Thor goes into people, like who's watching. He's like smiling, jumping around, and he's like, yes, he's a friend from work. I don't know. I thought that was funny. Because if you think about it, Thor and Hulk are just co-workers.
Yeah,
that's an interesting thought. Food for thought.
I mean, they also love beating each other up.
They do. They have a history of beating each other up. People really like fighting Hulk, though. Like, I think there's, like, a comic, like, for every, like, main superhero from Marvel fighting Hulk at some point.
There was one point where it got so out of hand, they were like, Hulk, we're shipping you to your own planet so you can't hurt anybody. And then he hurt people on that planet. And it became Planet Hulk.
Well, they check on the planet. Wait, why is Hulk the only one? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Backfired. Just don't make him angry. See, like, I have a strategy. You just have the Hulk. And you have designated puppy holder. And every time he starts to anger up, you just hold the little puppy. And the Hulk looks at the puppy and goes like, "Aw, it's a puppy," and he goes back to person.
Back to Bruce Banner.
Back to Bruce Banner. And he's like, "Oh, look at the puppy." And, and
doggo.
Hulk will never, you have to worry about him. He'll be happy. He'll get the pet puppies. How great is that? Imagine that. I know if I was the Hulk, that would be exactly what calmed me down. It's like, oh my god, he's turning the Hulk. Someone get a puppy! You just see some, like, lady walking a dog. Like, they push the lady over, grab the dog. Like, here, look at it. That'd be great. Like, I find it impossible to be angry when a dog is present. It's just the truth.
Yeah.
Like even if the dog did something wrong, I'm like, oh, it's so cute. I understand you're not supposed to eat all the toilet paper, but like, oh, look at you. Yo, like, so this isn't a topic I've written down, but if you, like, live a second life and you can be an animal, I would be a dog. I'd 100% be a dog.
Now, you do have to realize that
A
you
dog
would
in
probably
America.
be anywhere in the world, so you could be a wild
I'm gonna
dog,
say
a
dog in
stray
America.
dog.
Would love to be a dog
Are we
in America.
choosing where we are?
No, probably not. But I would like to be a dog, and I hopefully become a pet, not food. Because I would like to be. No, I would like to be a pet. That sounds weird. But like, no, dogs are so cute. Like if you told me I had to be an animal, I'd probably pick a dog.
I would love to be a narwhal.
Oh, that's good.
Tony, I think you've seen, Nick, I don't think you've seen, I've got a giant, like, narwhal pillow.
It's so great.
I
That
love
is
him.
very
His name
glorious.
is Dennis.
Dude, Dennis is a cool guy.
Yeah, I love him so much.
I mean, honestly, narwhals, yeah. No, dogs are really cool, but a narwhal, right? Okay.
Yeah,
That's-
alright?
Damn.
Narwhals are sick, dude.
Oh,
I saw a
narwhals are
picture of
awesome.
me and Dennis the other day on Instagram. I'm really proud of that picture.
Oh, I gotta go see this.
I think you liked it.
Did I?
Might have.
I might have.
Maybe you didn't. I don't know. Don't see it.
Hold up. I need to find. When was this from?
This was 2 days ago.
Okay, yeah, everyone in my feed posted like 800 pictures. Oh, this picture of a corgi. I like that real fast. Okay.
Yo, go to your search and type in me name.
Oh, you know, that would be a lot faster, wouldn't it? Oh, Dennis.
That's great.
There he is. Look at that. A boy in his narwhal. Oh man.
So glad.
Dude, it's perfect, you know. You never need anything more than a narwhal. Dude, like if imagine having a pet narwhal.
Be great.
Be like, hey guys, come check out my narwhal. What? Yeah, my narwhal. This narwhal is mine. That'd be awesome. Oh, that'd be cool.
Oh.
Oh no. I kind of want a pet narwhal. It'd be horrible for the narwhal. The narwhal would be very upset, probably.
Most likely.
Yeah. Nick, what animal would you be?
Not entirely sure. I think I would do something like an octopus just for the smart shenanigans.
Oh, octopuses are very smart. Yeah. You know, I might want... Being a shark might be a cool gig. Dude, if I was a shark, you'd just hear da-da. Da-da. Da-da, da-da, da-da. It's like, alright, Anthony, stop! We get it, you're a shark! Oh, that's amazing. Just do the Jaws theme song wherever I go. Because I like to think my brain is in the shark, and I'm not just a shark. I think that's where I kind of like it to be. There are a lot of animals that'd be interesting to be, I would say. Dude, if you're like a sloth or something, you move really slow, but you sleep like 99% of your life. I think that's a cool gig.
Pretty good life.
Yeah, I mean, I like sleeping. Sleeping's cool. You know, being a snake would be interesting. Depends on what kind of snake and where you are, though.
Yeah.
Like, I want to be like a pet snake and people put hats on me.
I was also thinking chinchilla.
Oh,
Fucking chinchilla.
Chinchillas are great. Oh, they're adorable. Being a chinchilla wouldn't be bad. Dude, you know, if only Jordan was here, he would have a real kick out of this conversation.
Because you know what he would want,
A fox.
obviously.
Yeah. Oh man. So, no, I'm not gonna go into that detail. Do you think he's mentioned on the podcast before? I can't remember.
I don't know.
Is that a big deal to mention?
He seems pretty open about it. So
Okay. Well, Jordan is a furry, so this is right up his alley. This discussion. Yeah. So he would. He'd probably have a decent input on this, though. To be honest, because like he would probably be. See, I never asked Jordan why he fucks. Is he clever?
he really likes rabbits.
Oh.
I think I'm kidding.
Yeah, his favorite movie is Utopia.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. That's good. That's good. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, classic. Alright, believe it or not, we've made it to the hour and 30 mark.
Hey.
3 people.
Yeah, we did it. That's a half hour each. Yeah. I did it. Math. Let's go. Woo! MVP.
Math completed.
I did the math, I would say we had a good stream. Someone popped in the stream at one point too. That was cool.
Hey. Good stuff.
Yeah, it is. So I'm gonna end episode 193 of Background News on animal talk, because what better way to end anything than with cute animals?
Fluffy dogs and whatnot.
Oh, dude, so I don't own a corgi, but I really want to own a corgi. I just do. They're so adorable.
They're so great.
Look at their tiny little legs.
Such great dogs.
It's so cute. Honestly though, corgis are one of the cutest dogs. I'll go out and say it. I think every dog is cute, to be honest. Even ugly dogs are cute. They're so ugly they're cute kind of ones. Corgis though, they're just very adorable. Just look at a corgi face. It's so great. That's how I'm gonna end the podcast. Just everyone watching, just picture corgis. This has been episode 193 of podcast of Background Noise. And we're thinking of corgis. Bye!
Bye.
Goodbye.